So it's a mod test. Come on, jokes that corrupted Jack Gallagher got a 10, grew up, or something. I'm waiting. I did not update his string, but I did update one for Alicia. Yeah, but not her
is scheduled for
phone
one
music.
fall, making his way to the ring from Norwich, England, weighing in at 120 pounds. This looks to be a match with major implications here in WWE. Could change the entire landscape here. This is a competition, and I think he'll get it tonight.
So yeah, I did not find the pop-up for Alicia. So on the entrance here, I had to import some, otherwise it would crash. So I gave her Paige because they have relatively close height and weight compared to, you know, shorter girls.
And his opponent from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 360 pounds.
Mark Henry, the strongest man in the world!
I can't wait.
Of course there won't be commentary for them. People didn't learn to import commentary from the older games. Probably never will. That is kind of tertiary, you know. At some point, commentary about some people gets
reaction from the WWE universe, and it will
rating.
only intensify once the bell rings.
Music can be changed. I just didn't learn how to use the sound editor tool yet. So yeah, I will install maybe even older theme, not Papa Party for Alicia, but like her Diva Sarah stuff. And for him too, but I'm not rushing it.
Corey, how important is it for a superstar to use their surroundings to their advantage?
It's vital. Since there are no rules, anything can be used as a weapon against your opponent.
Anything can be used in an attack when an individual is driven by malice and fueled by rage. It's a battle of attrition.
Adrenaline makes you do crazy things.
Shame you cannot just drag them on and do a banzai drop like from the ground. You need to lift them up, put them in the corner, then they will drop them and do that.
Heaved aside, jeez.
Oh man, by the hair!
Just justifying my using this
He switches it back around.
Sharp punch.
He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
and she lifts him up into a gory special.
There's certainly an element of danger inherent in a no disqualification match, isn't it?
And look at this now. Yes.
The moveset for Alicia is completely customized by me.
For the love of God, submit.
But
Fight again. Live to fight another day.
not for Henry. For him, I downloaded the moveset.
Nice escape.
You can see I spent much less time on him than on her.
Oh, impact to the
He
stomach.
was an afterthought. I was like, wait, there's a mod, and I have a profile for this for him already. When I was searching for other people, so might as well use it.
Oh my God.
I really love this version of Alicia. She looks so good with blonde hair. I think it's a wig.
This could do it. And the referee stops
Like
the
obviously
count
her
before
natural
two.
hair is black.
To see the tolls of this match add up.
Stomping. Ouch.
She also dyed it at some point.
That was
But
nasty, so precise.
for a long time she used wigs. Sasha used wigs all the time.
Oh, look out. Oh, misses the mark.
got him up high. The follow-away slam.
Oh, he knew what was coming.
People say turn off commentary, and for $20 I will, for your matches only, because
First a knife edge chop, and now continuing the attack on the knee. Straight to the knee.
my throat gets so sore from commenting on like
There's a snapmare.
6 paid videos without commentators. But I mean, that person already donated $60, so that was worth it.
Avoids the count. This could be a
And
tipping point in this match.
but for free, I'm not ruining my throat. I think that sounded dirty.
Moving a bit slippery for them there.
I mean, I'm commenting myself, but when I have commentary turned on in game, I can sometimes rest instead of talking non-stop, you know?
Oh man, by the hair. Hair whip.
Looking to take flight here.
Incoming.
He's like a big pillow.
Does he have him here?
No, he gets the shoulder up.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the
I
end
had a
coming.
major migraine and couldn't wear headphones for like a week. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Into the counter.
Deja vu.
Like a brick wall running into you.
But it must be all the stress, lack of sleep, you know.
This is where endurance becomes so important.
I woke up with explosions. I think our anti-air defenses
Oh, just scrubbing the face.
intercepted the Russian caliber missile. They, you know, they collected stuff to have a war against USA for like 70 years.
Just punishing the knee.
They actually have some missiles Ukraine was either forced to give away or sold to them in the 90s. Basically, the Western countries were really afraid that a bunch of newly independent smaller countries would get nukes and strategic non-nuclear conventional weapons too. So they either gave money or pressured politicians into making Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Belarus, other states to give away both our nuclear and non-nuclear long-range weapons reserve. Gave them away to Russia. For some stupid reason, Americans and British Europeans thought that keeping weapons, giving more weapons to Russia is safer than giving them to, well, non-Russia. It was the worst deal of the century. Specifically, joining nuclear non-proliferation treaty was Budapest Memorandum for Ukraine, at least. Kazakhstan followed suit. So the world's third and fourth biggest nuclear arsenals just went to Russia. Because Bill Clinton is a goddamn retard.
He knows how to avoid contact. Just defenseless as the
And who was
momentum is
English
against him. It's
Premier
obvious
Minister
to see
back
how
then? I
focused
don't
he is
know.
now.
Anyway, my point is that
Incredible.
my point is that
Remarkable power being shown here.
they're not only pummeling us with all the missiles
He's got
as Soviets built for World War III. That bridge. This needs a replay. They're also actually using our own weapons to hit at us. Like people say, "Oh, the Russian nukes. Where do you think they're made? In Yuzhmash. In a factory in Ukraine. in city of Dnipro, and until 2014 they were serviced there too. People are like, I heard a discussion on Reddit, I think, where on Incredible Defense, of course, where else, where people were discussing whether Ukraine has hidden some of the nukes. They're like, oh, they'd have to service them in Russia. Like, no, the other way around. Russia serviced nukes they had in Ukraine, and now they have a lot of weapons that they use on us, and the West is like, you should see the messages, like how American General Ben Hodges mocks German leader of Bundeswehr, the current Wehrmacht, the German military, who says that Russia is we can open a second front in Kaliningrad and Finland. He's like, fuck no, boy!
He's able to fend off the attack.
He's like, their navy, they're destroyed by Ukraine, which does not have a navy. Their navy is locked to Crimea. They cannot move it because otherwise Ukraine just shuts them. Of course, Russia has no chance of fighting against someone like Finland, who has a bigger army than Ukraine with NATO weapons and just generally better tech. So the idea that Russia is a threat for Western countries is ridiculous. But Western countries being scared of it is like, it's a joke. It's getting destroyed by Ukraine, even though Ukraine was disarmed by you, Westerners. Because you thought Russia is safer, despite having multiple proofs on the contrary. So, goddamn, yeah, we're angry. We want a second front. The closest we got is...
And his eyes are piercing through the opposition now.
The closest we got is Azerbaijan invading Armenia, which is Russian ally, and a lot of people are, oh, poor Armenians, maybe they should have not invaded Azerbaijan and taken their territory. There are like international laws. They Crimea Nagorno-Karabakh before it was popular. So after 30 years of trying to solve it diplomatically, Azerbaijan had enough. And they just retook their territory by military. 99% of Ukrainians was on Azerbaijan's side, but we don't have much illusions about them because we see that CSTO, CIS countries.
Good defense.
An assembly where all the dictators in the world, Lukashenko, Kulimo himself, that's how we call Putin, that's his name. So we're gonna go down in history as Putin Kulimo. La 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 la. And there were like dictators from the stance. CSTO is like dead. It basically was a Warsaw Pact, an attempt for Russian satellite states to have their own. We have NATO at home. Well, when one of them was invaded, Armenia, they refused to send help, just outright. So they proved they're useless, and as the next move, Kazakhstan declared that we're quitting it. Borat doesn't need useless organization to protect it. Yeah, he needs to get his moves modified because I don't think he has the splash from the corner now. He used to do it. Not like Banzai drop, but like a Vader or Godfather did. No. Oh my god, they're all prawning in this game. So their organization is dead on arrival. It was always, but some people still thought that they can do something, but when their only purpose is to defend if one member gets attacked, and when your member gets attacked, you fail to defend it, then rip to that organization, right? So, what I was saying that we're really angry at West letting Russia have a lot of stuff while disarming us, and some still dare to refuse to send weapons to Ukraine, despite them owing us for disarming in the 90s.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE
And
universe right now.
all these countries, like Switzerland, increased their trade with Russia 4 times, and they refused to allow sale of weapons or ammo to Ukraine while giving endless money to Russia for them to sustain their offense. I'm glad I hated Roger Federer as a kid. I was always a Rafa fan, so yeah, fuck the Swiss. Neutrality means they're just side with fascists. That's what neutrality is. When you give money to mass murderers, they just unearth a grave of 400 to 500 people. Only 25 of those are soldiers. The rest are civilians. Outside the Zoom, the Ukrainian counteroffense, which sent Russians packing across the border.
You say that this is amazing.
Because they're weak and they cannot fight the West collectively. So yeah, Ben Hodges made fun of the German, army leader. That's if Russia invades Finland, Finland alone will destroy Russia. That's a fact. Everyone understands that. Finland is stronger than Ukraine or Poland. They have more artillery, better planes, more NATO stuff.
And he may have felt his grip slippy, so he releases
And
the hold. Still was able to and seamlessly
Really working that. It's cinched in. I think we're just moments away from seeing a tap out.
So, yeah, and then another thing Hodges rightfully said that Poland and Lithuania would take Kaliningrad in like a week. And unlike Russian promises of taking Kiev in 2-3 days, and for people saying, that's what the West said, Russia never said that. Russia always said that. Since 2014, when they invaded, their main claim was that there are no Russians in Ukraine. Then the invaders are not them, but local militias, self-defense forces, and the meme tractorists and farmers. Tractorists and miners. Sorry, tractorists are farmers. So, yeah, Russia said that the soldiers that Ukraine was fighting for since 2014 were just local rebels. Of course, there were never any local rebels in Ukraine. There were Russian invaders and some of their proxies, like the some traitors, mercenaries, opportunists that joined their ranks, fired quote-unquote Russian soldiers or Russian soldiers on vacation. Because when we caught them, when we arrested them, the Russian Minister of Defense said like, oh, well, he was on vacation. He accidentally crossed Ukrainian border. Like, on a tank? And so, yeah, the отпускники and уволенные and the separatisti and the other shit. There were Russian regulars all along. Like MH17, the plane, was shot down by an anti-aircraft brigade from Kursk, Russia. Kursk. And so the main argument that Russia used, that it's not us, it's some local farmers, was that they said that if it was real Russian army, it would take Kiev in 3 days. So that isn't something new that media just started saying in at the start of the year before their full-scale invasion, when they stopped pretending that they are local rebels or some other third-party groups. It was a thing that Russia kept saying on TV all the time. They said it will take Kiev in 2-3 days for years. And look at it, it's more than 200 days since Putin's lost 3-day operation to take Ukraine. Yeah.
And he chooses to let go of the hold.
But just the amount of time he was in that submission could be very significant.
They cannot take Ukraine for 8.5 years now. How the fuck would they take on NATO or even like one country like Czech Republic or Poland or Slovakia? None of these countries would fall to Russia. Not to mention that Russia needs to pass Ukraine to get to them. And then regroup on Kaliningrad, Königsberg or Krolevich, as Polacks call it.
And he lets him out of the submission hold.
Could have been a strategic move to wear down that body part for something bigger later.
The biggest group of troops in so-called Kaliningrad Oblast is
Losing this match would absolutely
the biggest number of
He's trying to fight the best he can.
Look at this, he let it go.
Curious decision there, Michael.
Into the turnbuckle, setting him up for something here.
And whatever it is, it's gonna hurt, and it's going to hurt bad.
and Alicia is on a counterattack. So I was saying that the biggest group of soldiers that was there, well, it went to attack Kharkiv. They were destroyed in Ukraine. So it's not like Russians, like the saying "UN bought army" is actually perfectly applicable now. They committed 85% of their BTG's battle tactical groups into Ukraine at the start of the year, fully knowing that Germany, France, they will never attack Russia because they want to give Russia money. Because kickbacks are really good. You see, German politicians earn most of their earnings is from getting kickbacks for overpaying for Russian oil. The taxpayers pay premium price for shitty fossil fuels, and the politicians get kickbacks from Gazprom or Rosneft and the Russian oil barons. That's how Europe works. Corruption? And they dare to tell Ukraine we're corrupt. Not to the point that Germany is. Nobody is as corrupt as Germany. Not even Russia. Well, maybe Russia is, and Belarus.
Everything these two men have been through, will it end like this? Will it end with a submission tap out? And he releases the hold.
I don't think he had it fully locked in.
He's falling victim here to a charge of attacks.
Yeah, he has really hit a brick wall here.
What?
Draped across the top
I wanted to
rope.
throw her out.
Clubbing forearm.
To test bleeding effect on Alicia here.
Boom, what impact. Out of the ring, what's his plan here? Oh, that's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it.
So yeah, they can do much there after they lost the biggest. Like they lost in Kiev, they lost in Chernihiv, they lost in Sumy, they lost in Mykolaiv, they lost in Kharkiv, and they lost in Snake Island. That's Odessa Oblast. So I just listed to you the amount of major battles that Russia lost in half a year. The regions they lost forever. The regions of Ukraine, not Russia. We're not invading them. They still control parts of Zaporizhia Oblast, but it was just that Ukraine lost Zaporizhia, doesn't see the map. They don't control Zaporizhia itself. And so, saying that Russia controls Zaporizhia where they don't, they just control some villages and towns in the region. It's like saying that you control California because you've got San Diego, but not Los Angeles or the capital of the region, which is Sacramento. You know, we're saying you took Nevada because you control Carson City, but not Las Vegas, where most of the population is. So yeah, they do control almost like 99% of Luhansk, but that's not something they did in a year or 2 or 6. Russia invaded Luhansk and Donetsk oblasts in 2014. Ukrainian army was absolutely taken by surprise. Nobody expected Russia, which was like technically an ally of Ukraine, just out of nowhere and invade us. First in Crimea and then in Donbass. And so what happened was that some parts, it took them 8.5 years to fully conquer Luhansk Oblast. I want to make your surprised face. So I want to see how the hair flows, how if the facial expressions work, and considering she has an Ahegao face, I think they do. And I constantly confuse Ahoge and Ahegao. Ahegao is the roll-eyed sex face, and Ahoge is the sole strand of hair that protrudes from the head to signify that person is an Aho, which is a fool. It shows naivete and light-hearted side on otherwise stoic and serious characters, and other times it just shows fools. For example, like Saber from Fate Stay Night, she has a Hoge, which hints that she's not as serious as she pretends to be. Yep, such things go into character designs. And so yeah, I was saying about the war. So it took Russia 8 years and like 6 months to take over Lugansk Oblast, and they took 8 years and now 7 months and still haven't taken Donetsk Oblast. A significant part of Donetsk Oblast is under Ukraine. So yeah, so much for the self-proclaimed second army in the world. And there's that thing, it's a kind of a military rating. It says it still counts Russia as the second army in the world, and it actually increased the rating, which is ridiculous. Russia is not even in the top 50. There's no way they're stronger than Poland or Finland or UK or France or Turkey. They have more, like, I understand that they put Ukraine lower on the ranking, but putting Germany above Poland, Finland and Ukraine is stupid. Germany doesn't have an army. If Russia invades Germany, the order for complete surrender will come in 4 minutes. 3 will be used to clean them out from sucking all the Russian oil and gas. And the final minute will tell the German government to tell the army to stand their weapons down, because they're employees and German government is controlled from Moscow for most part. Their employees are ordering a surrender. But jokes aside, in actual fights, Germany doesn't have an army, but it's still better than what Russia does. And it's part of NATO, so if Russia invades Germany, it will be 5 minutes for news to show the crater where Moscow once was. But they don't even need to nuke it. USA has enough conventional weapons to turn Russia into a glass parking lot in less than a week, actually, and not like Russian 2-3 days.
You can see as he rises how vulnerable of a position he's in. Oh, look at this. The power. Strongest Slayer.
And
Gotta wonder what his strategy is here, Cole. This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible magnificence.
this is my coffee break match. I drank coffee, I ranted, I warmed up, now I can do over my request list. I'm actually almost reaching the B button. I'm going alphabetically. I started with AJ Lee, then I went to AJ Styles, then I could advance past AJ to AL, so I went with Aliyah, then Alicia Fox, you're here, then we're going with Ali, just Mustafa Ali, and maybe later I'll get to Asuka. At this rate, with how fast I'm doing these requests, I'll get to Bayley by 2033. So I guess there's something even slower than Russian advance. He hits him into the apron, the hardest part of the room. I love the combos he gave her, really good. I want to see how AI fights them a little bit. They should increase the difficulty.
Back into the ring. Yes, he didn't come here to watch them both in time. Single leg drop kick caught him.
I want her to try. Yes.
Man, here it comes. Axe kick. So glad I bet on him to win. Shoulders down. 1, 2. Oh, not yet. They just got the shoulder up. I don't know how he did it, but he's hanging in there.
Just how much pain is he willing to endure in this match?
How draining was that? Can it be done?
And a squash.
Planning meets execution.
No, he beats the count.
I can't
Okay, his Berhog is a
This
signature.
whole arena's in shock.
I'll need to get enough bars to actually do
This was
it.
the moment to capitalize on. That should have been the end. That's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it.
He fends off the attack.
So, yeah, the fake ratings, the propaganda, like Russia spend more on pretending they're strong than actually being strong. Okay, Alicia wins. Let's see her victory dance.
Shit, perhaps worth it now.
That was a roll up.
Let's look back on the action from the last match.
The 2-3 days that will last actually for decades of not taking Slavyansk, Marinka, Avdiivka, you can look up, those are villages on the right outside Donetsk. You can walk there. They had 8.5 years and they didn't, because Ukrainian defenders are using everything they can despite being outnumbered, outgunned, outfinanced, and essentially no international support until this year. And we are on a counterattack because we finally got support. If you want to help Ukraine, go for go to Come Back Alive website. They are the best charity for Ukraine. Don't follow UN or Red Cross. They use most money on either on very ineffective, like the last time we watched Red Cross, they were giving leaflets saying how some poor Russian was treated in prison when he was arrested. Money that people donated for Ukraine went to help Russians. I'm not even joking. And they had Ukrainian hugging a Russian on the cover. The like little stick man with the flags, and we're like, what next? Will you show a Nazi soldier being hugged by a Jew? Because that is the same vibes. Anyway, donate to Come Back Alive for Ukraine. You can donate to smaller charities like the Hospitaliers Battalion, the Ripley's Heroes, or to NAFO, they give money to Georgian Legion, or you can pay for, like, to sign something on missiles we send away Russians. That's much better than giving money to some UN campaign that will get a new will have new yachts and supercars while making a PR with one bottle of water they brought to a city that's just on a river which has endless water. They actually did that. So whatever. Goodbye and see you later.